Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Vlada. I am very happy to be back with you. I hope you're having a decent time at home with whoever you are lucky to be stuck with. I hope you're not alone. And if you are, just know it won't be too long and we will reunite and be um, just looking back at this as a crazy memory. I hope you're not watching too much mass media and you're not falling into the whole craziness and the panic mode. Please don't do that. It will do nothing for your immunity but bad things. Let's take our minds off of the situation for a few minutes and let's dive into the interesting, exciting world of numerology. I would like to start a series of videos about famous people. Um, I will be breaking down their numerology. It will take several videos per person because I want to go detailed and I want to give you a breakdown on what my reports cover. I will be starting off with none other but Michael Jackson. Controversial figure, yes, we know, and trust me when I say he's extremely interesting to study numerology wise. Um, let's start with the fact that Michael was a very young soul. He was on his 23rd lifetime out of 52, and the previous lifetime, the 22nd, that would be, um, something went wrong. He didn't really fulfill his tasks. The universe wasn't happy with him, and he got sent back to a lifetime that has a code number 10. Each lifetime has its own life goal, life purpose, tasks, um, and then you have other things based on your name and your birth date as well. But this particular lifetime that he was in, as we were lucky enough to be living at the same time with him, uh, he really needed to focus on giving himself to his family, to his loved ones. Because in his previous lifetime, before this one, he happened to take his family for granted. He didn't give enough time and love and care to his family. And the biggest challenge of this life for him was to be given enormous opportunities and to show whether he would still find time to have a family and to be um, a loving brother, son, husband, etc. So here's Michael Jackson. He's giving his fame and fortune. Um, it's no wonder that his talents and his gifts from the universe were so numerous and so amazing and so revolutionary and ahead of its time. Um, it was the trapping to see whether he would still, in all of this, find a way to be a good family man. To top that off, he also needed to be a guide for the masses into a world that didn't have as much material in its values as opposed to spiritual. He needed to be growing spiritually. As we know, he did not very much succeed in that. He loved to shop and fill his mansion with extravagant objects. Um, he loved to spend money on material objects. Unfortunately, that did not do him very much good. We know that his family relationships were not perfect. Um, his major karmic error of his past life, the previous life, was betraying a sibling. Michael was someone in his past life, was likely, very likely, to be someone with what they call non-traditional sexual orientation. So he might have been a woman, he might have been a man, but he was most likely not heterosexual prior to this lifetime. We're not talking about the life that we knew him. I am not claiming him to be um, anything. I'm just talking about the past life. Um, and his mistake was he betrayed a sibling. So in this lifetime, he was given plenty of siblings, right? And his task was to not let a conflict happen. Um, we've heard of rivalry at different times in Michael's life with different siblings of his. So unfortunately, conflicts did arise. And on the other hand, we know that his family received an allowance from Michael up until he left our world so tragically and so early. So, did he not care at all? No, of course he was a very caring person, but did he put enough effort into avoiding conflict with them? That's another question. We don't know who definitely was the instigator in each situation. Only the family knows the truth about that. What else can we say about Michael Jackson? Then we go over the psychological point of obstacle, is what we call in numerology. This is a roadblock that we place in front of our own selves. We are in our own way, and every single person has one of those. They are not our true nature, these traits, this behavior, but we all exhibit them. If only we knew and were aware that we do this, we would be able to start working through it. Awareness itself already beats it to a large degree, and once we put our focus on working through them, it's not really a huge deal to work through the point of obstacles. Michael Jackson's point of obstacle, unfortunately, I would claim was something that killed him. That would be a lack of immunity to addiction. Um, I'm not claiming that he was addicted to drugs, but as we all know, he, towards the end of his life, needed pretty high dosage of the medication that was then named the cause of his death. He was addicted to shopping. Some would claim that he was addicted to plastic surgery. Um, he was obsessed with music, of course, and we are fortunate that he was that way. Um, so he tended to get fanatical about things, to get addicted to things. Yours truly has the same point of obstacle. I am hungry for knowledge. I am a student for life. Those who know me personally know that I have so many different certificates and licenses and education. um, Segment and a resume doesn't even have enough space for me. um, I'm addicted to information, um, and I'm a self-admitted sugar addict as well. So we all have our things that we can fight, um, but we can if only we put our efforts into it, right? If only we admit that we have that issue. Well, unfortunately, for some of us, it doesn't really work out, and it did not for Michael Jackson. In the next segment, I would like to discuss the subconscious. There will be something pretty shocking in the past life experience for Michael, something that he has been through, and something that has left a trace as a fear, as trauma from the past life, and it is extremely significant um, for us to realize that that happened in his previous lifetime. Um, so let's touch on that next time we see each other. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe.